because I'm still feeding my daughter, right? So you need to find time to pump. You cannot just stop a meeting halfway and say, excuse me, time's up, I need to go. Because nobody will understand and nobody will remember that there's something that it's like this. Unless you have like a fellow new mom, she could probably understand what you're going through.
Alright, today our topic is children. So, Shuen, do you have children?
No, I don't. Do you have children?
No, obviously I don't. I don't have $1 million to raise children in Singapore. But see, here's the thing, right? Children raising has a lot of intricacies that we don't know about, right? And like now we don't have children. Do we think about all these kind of things? We don't.
Yes.
Right? You do? Okay. So what kind of things do you think about?
When do I want to have children? When I want to have children. But I think at this point, I don't really have an understanding of exactly how much is needed to raise a child. I just know that I want. Full stop.
But you see, here's the fun part, right? Today in the studio, we have a person who is, one, have gone through the experience, two, is somewhat of a subject matter expert, and number three is our boss. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Ian Ling! Yay! So today we are going to talk about, of course, children and the financial implications of having a children, raising a children, and how it affects just general people in real life working and stuff like that. And we have a lot of questions because obviously we don't have children, and of course you do. So we're going to be inquisitive little kids today, and we're going to ask questions. So Shuen, I think it is time. Let us ask our very first question. I'm very scared.
So I'm the one asking?
Yeah. Ask.
Okay, cut that part out. Okay. I think what I'm most curious about, right? Because so nowadays, I think it's very difficult or more difficult for women to have kids, especially if you are very driven in your career, which I think you are very driven in your career. Right? That's why you are a 老板. But how has it been like having a kid recently and then still needing to have to come to work to, settle all our videos?
I think it's not easy. I mean, to be honest, like coming back, drafting email is something that I need to get used to it. Because to be very frank, right, I think 4 months of maternity, everybody think, oh, very good, you can like chill for 4 months. But actually that 4 months is like torturous. Because all you need to do is like, when was the last time you feed your baby? When you change diaper? Is the baby going to wake up soon? So basically whatever that you remember every day is like how much your baby is drinking, how many times the diaper changed. So your full focus is on your baby. So I think when the first week I came back, right, you need to like start switching back to like working mode. It takes a while to get used to it because your brain has been very simplified for like a while. You just need to think like, okay, it's been 3 hours, I need to pump. It's been like 4 hours, I need to feed my baby. So you've been very much concentrated on just looking after your baby well. So it gets a little difficult. I think the initial phase was a little challenging to switch back. And also the lack of sleep. Because I think when you're on maternity leave, right, you can sleep at any time. So basically I always tell my friends there's like no day and night. Because your baby wake up every like 3 to 4 hours, right? So it doesn't matter whether it's morning or night. You're just like going on like every 4 hourly timetable. But when you're back to work, right, you need to think, okay, I need to sleep now because tomorrow I need to wake up at a certain time. I need to be in office. And then you need to plan your schedule around it because you come back to work, right, you will have like back-to-back meetings. So you need to plan your schedule in a way that, because I'm still feeding my daughter, right? So you need to find time to pump, which you cannot just stop a meeting halfway and say, excuse me, time's up, I need to go. Because nobody will understand and nobody will remember that there's something that it's like this. Unless you have like a fellow new mom in the same meeting that he or she could probably understand what you're going through. So I think the initial phase wasn't the easiest, but I think it's been 2 to 3 months, I think I've gotten used to it.
Yeah, I really cannot understand. I can't understand how busy it is to take care of a baby. No, it sounds very shag to me.
It is.
No, but I cannot understand like how, because I'm not in that position. But every time I hear this kind of stories, I'm always like, is it really that tiring?
Okay, I have a friend who used to be a sailor, so he goes out on cargo ships and stuff. So he sleeps on a 4-hour cycle, right? And once he comes back to like office and he do managerial job, he's happy, 9 to 5. And then he goes like, I'm having a child. And all I can think of is, I'm back at sea. I'm like, why? I wake up 4 hours, it's dark. I go to sleep, I wake up 4 hours, it's kind of sunny, but I still have something to do and I'm tired. And I'm just constantly on this like loop cycle. And I was like, how do you adapt to work? I don't. I just keep
Survive.
going. Yeah, I just keep going until somebody calls me out. But so far, nobody's calling me out. I'm great. I'm a great parent. I'm like, okay, cool. But my question is that, does that change the way you approach the way you do things now? Because you have been so used to attention for detail, like, oh, the kid's doing this, the kid's doing that, we need to baby people, we need to do this. Does that change the way you react at work?
Did it change after I came back?
Uno reverse. Jialat.
Now we have to scramble to think of like, did anything change with Ian Ling?
No, I don't think that the overall like outflow towards us has changed. But I have heard that people become more understanding, or more like, how to say, they know what shared feels like, so they can identify with shared and be like, okay, cool, yeah, I get that, you know, you have issues you have to deal with. I've been at a time where I'm awake at 4 a.m. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm like autopiloting. It's cool, right? I get. And they become like more motherly, right?
Yeah.
The personality will change. It's like, is it easier to manage? Like, do you think that parenthood has given you the experience to be like, oh, okay, I am now a mother, I will be like, you know, nurturing and stuff? Or is it just like, there are moments where you can feel that the parenthood and the taking care with not having a really regular schedule get to you?
I think a lack of sleep is real. I don't think there's like a day that I got enough sleep. I think, and I think the thing about babies is it's unpredictable in a way. I mean, there are times when your baby is sick. There was once I was in KK at like 2 a.m. So by the time you're done with the queue, bring your baby back, settle in, it's like 5 a.m. And then you have to start your day in like the next 30 minutes kind of thing. But because I'm in a managerial position, right? So it's not something that I can just say, I'm not coming in today. I'm taking MC, because then who's going to chair the meeting? Who's going to do the approval? Because there's no one to stand in to say that, okay, it's okay that you're not around. So it becomes like there's a certain responsibility that I still need to fulfill at work. Because I mean, if end of the day I just call in sick or because I got not enough sleep, then it's going to happen like every other day, because every other day I also got not enough sleep. If you ask me in terms of being more motherly, I think in a way, yes. I think you get a lot more emotional easier. Like you sympathize and empathize with things a lot more, especially with other people with kids. But not for the team, because none of y'all have kids. So
That's no wonder I was thinking like, wait, Ian Ling did not change.
Yeah.
I mean, it's different. I mean, if at the end of the day now, I know there's someone else with like who's like a new mom who might see like struggling a little, I can probably comprehend because I know I'm going through that as well.
Right.
But for the young team that I have, no lah, I don't think so lah.
We
like
don't
the
have
lack of
any-
sleep is probably
Yes.
you just don't want to sleep. But for us, we got no chance to sleep.
Yeah.